So my name is Johnny Lee. I am a technical program lead at Google ATAP. The Advanced Technology and Projects Group was set up after the Google acquisition of Motorola. And they wanted to set up sort of an advanced R&D org for Motorola. And they actually hired the director of DARPA, Regina Dugan, who ran the Advanced Research and Projects Administration for the Defense Department. And DARPA has a very large taste for big ideas powered by big science. And this was an attractive position to sort of explore. The group is run very much like DARPA, where you have a technical lead that comes in and there's a project proposal. And if the project proposal is greenlit, you have a budget and 2 years to get as much done as possible. So I am the technical program lead for Project Tango. And so our goal was essentially to sort of impact the industry as much as possible within the time frame that we had. And my background is mostly in interface technology, so I care a lot about sensors and tracking in 3D. As you heard, one of my previous projects, I worked with the Wii Remote. I didn't work at Nintendo, I just did interesting things with the tracking technology. But I was part of the tracking algorithms team at the Xbox Kinect. After that, I went to Google and we worked in Google X for a little while and then started Project Tango. So the goal of Project Tango is essentially to give mobile devices a human-scale understanding of space and motion. Each one of you roughly understand how big this room is, as well as your own position within this room. And you do that with this amazing human perception system that you've evolved over millions of years. And that position and spatial awareness is really important to how we interact with each other, as well as the way we interact with our devices. But if you look at your laptop or your phone today, it basically has no idea about this room or its own location within it or relative location to other objects in that space. And so I come about it from mostly sort of a user experience and interface technology standpoint. And I wish my laptop knew I was in front of a TV or that my phone was right next to my laptop. And that spatial context was meaningful just as it is when talking to another person. Now, the reason why we think we can do this today is because if you look at the growth of computing power in mobile platform, it has been tremendous. You all are very familiar with Moore's Law charts. This is another one. This has some fiducials of other mobile processors that have been sort of popular. And if we place the NVIDIA Tegra K1, which was recently announced but going into market soon, it sort of falls in this category in terms of MIPS. But the interesting thing is that if you place another device on this chart, the vehicle that won the 2005 DARPA Grand Challenge that drove itself for 132 miles autonomously was here. So we've actually surpassed the amount of computing power you need to do really interesting things. So what's missing is essentially the hardware. The compute is here, but we need better sensors and better software. So Project Tango is an attempt to work with the industry, work with hardware vendors, work with software vendors to accelerate the speed at which we can get 3D sensing and tracking on mobile devices.